welcome back to my guides and tutorials. So most of you that watch my videos will usually see me working on a camper van. This is my other toy, BMW 316 Ti compact. As you can see, it's absolutely manky. It's just used as a runaround, but underneath all the dirt it's actually a really low mileage and mint example. I've had it for about 2 years now, but in that time I've never cleaned the wheels since I bought it. So I'm going to take the wheels off today and do a quick tutorial on cleaning them up and making the alloys look like new again. Right, so first of all, before I put the car up in the air, I've loosened off all the wheel nuts. It's harder to do once the car's jacked up. So this is just the standard jack for emergency use that you find in the boot of the vehicle. I'm not using a trolley jack today, I'm just going to use the standard equipment. So, for those of you that don't know, there's a cup here and a locator underneath the car, so you have to make sure you line them up perfectly. So all you do is you just wind this up in a clockwise rotation. Making sure that the jack's in a straight position, the foot's flat on the ground and the cup's located in its correct position underneath the vehicle. And you should be able to just wind it and lift the car. You don't have to lift the car too much, just enough so that the tyre's no longer touching the tarmac. I think that'll actually do us there. So if you've got a locking nut on your wheels, make sure you don't lose that. You should have a key that actually goes into the locking nut to prevent people stealing the wheels. If you ever have a puncture when you're out and about at the side of the road, this is pretty much the process that you would have to do to just change over and put on a spare. It's fairly simple, as you can see. Now sometimes the wheel will be quite difficult to remove if it's not been off for some time, the kind of rust to the hub. I'm hoping this comes off fairly easily. But no, I'm going to go and get a wee rubber mallet and give it a tap just to free it off the hub. I'm going to have to be careful because I've opted not to use the trolley jack. So this is a problem that you might encounter yourselves. Right, I've given this a tap around the back of the rim now. The wheel is actually loose. drops off there, and you have to be careful because it's on one of these wind up jacks that you don't force it too much, because I'm not convinced on the stability of them. But as you can see, it's actually not too bad. It is a wee bit dirty, so we'll get some images of that, and we'll get it all cleaned up and get it back on the car. Right, so I'm going to start on the inside of the rim here. What I've got just one of these soap pads. They're quite abrasive, so don't ever use the soap pad on the outer side of the alloy because you'll just scratch up all the nice looking paint. It's okay on the inside because nobody really sees that and you're trying to get a lot of like real hard dirt off. Just use a soft sponge on the actual nice side of the wheel, and it's just basically soapy water, and I just go with that. So although it's been a couple of years since I did these wheels, the dirt's actually removing fairly easily. But the first time I did it, it needed a lot more elbow grease. So that's the inside of the rim all cleaned up. As you can see, it looks a hell of a lot better. There's a wee bit of corrosion just on the inside to these spokes here, but all in all it looks a lot better than it did. Right, so basically that's the wheel all cleaned up. I'm not going to dry it, I'll just get it on there first and then give it a wipe. Need to get my wheel nuts. So it's basically just a reversal of the removal. Got my wheel nuts all lined up. Right, so that's the wheel lined up. I've got the wheel nuts finger tight. So basically, you just wind the car back down. Obviously you don't tighten up the wheel nuts until you've got the jack down. And then you can make sure they're tightened to the right torque setting. So you make sure they're tight, but don't overdo it, because like I say, you might need to get this off at the side of the road one day. Okay, so that's this wheel all done. I think it looks a lot better than it did. So I'll just conclude the video there. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and please like and subscribe. I've got 3 more of these to do, so I'm just going to get on and finish this off today. Thanks again.